Hey folks, welcome to another episode of the People's Lima, episode 293, Road to 300 continues. And I got some sad news for all the professional wrestling fans out there, especially the ones who grew up watching the World Wrestling Federation during the during the 80s, especially. We just found out one of the biggest icons in the WWE today in professional wrestling has passed away. And that person is none other than the great individual, the hot rod himself, Roddy Piper, died of cardiac arrest at the age of 61. I don't know what to say. I mean, we lost a great talker in Dusty Rhodes. This guy, Roddy Piper, this man, this legend, was another great talker in the W, and especially in the World Wrestling Federation when he hosted Piper's Pit. He was funny. He was witty. I mean, but he's not afraid to tell. He's not afraid to tell the truth. He's a straight shooter out there. A lot of people. He said a lot of controversial things and all that, and he was so bad. In fact, this guy helped start the boom of professional wrestling. How the popularity, and along with Hulk Hogan, he was one of the best at what he does. And I mean, for his feud with Hulk Hogan, professional wrestling wouldn't have gotten where it is today. I believe Roddy Piper played a humongous part in the Rock and Wrestling connection. I believe that he played a humongous part of the popularity of professional wrestling today. He played a humongous part, not just Hulk Hogan. Roddy Piper was another one. And I'm glad I bought this, because now I feel like watching it again. Now, a lot of Piper's Pit segments, he was funny as heck. The Wars to settle the score. I'll tell you what, Piper was not a guy afraid to mince words, but this guy right here, he is definitely going to be missed. If I had a favorite Roddy Piper moment, when he finally won his first championship back in 1992, when he defeated the Mountie, a.k.a. Jacques Rougeau, to become the Intercontinental Champion for the very first time. Bret Hart was supposed to defend the title against the Mountie, but at that time, he went out against doctor's orders. He had a 104-degree fever. Bret Hart was sick with the flu. He was supposed to have and the Mountie defeat him in a live show for the Intercontinental Heavyweight title. Piper, not being very happy about it, did not know what to do. When Bret Hart was unable to compete at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view of 1992, Roddy Piper says, "Hey, I'll do it." Piper was the first man to go after 2 titles in one night. I'll get to those messages in just a moment. And he beat the Mountie via the sleeper to become the new Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. That was my all-time favorite Roddy Piper moment, and he's going to be missed. I'll never forget when he tweeted me about the Chuck Norris fact. I said, just when Roddy Piper has all the answers, Chuck Norris changes the questions. And he tweeted me back going, "I didn't tell Chuck that." I will never forget that tweet, and I want to say thank you, Hot Rod, for tweeting me. I'll never forget that, and just makes you put. And Piper was funny as heck, and I'll get out. And man, oh man, he was one of the best. But we're all gonna miss him. And I don't know if you have a favorite Roddy Piper moment. Please comment. Please. I'll tell you. If you ever met him, or have a picture with him or something like that, please comment. Tell me a Roddy Piper story. If you met Roddy Piper personally, or get a tweet from him or something like that, please comment on this video. Please, I like to hear some great Roddy Piper stories from all the you wrestling fans out there, and all you people out there who know Roddy Piper outside of wrestling, when there's acting, and they live and hell comes to Frogtown. And I'll tell you, it's gonna yeah, man, that's it's like we got Macho Man gone, Ultimate Warrior gone, Dusty Rhodes gone, Hulk Hogan's been fired from the company, and now Roddy Piper's gone. It's like most of our 80s, we grew up in the 80s watching, like Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling, all that. Now it's like almost gone. Those are your main icons right there of the 80s. Hogan, Warrior, Piper, Hogan, Savage. They're all gone. They're all gone. Hogan being fired from the company and extracted from the company. I hate to say it, but that's the way it has been. Savage Warrior, Dusty Rhodes, and Piper, all in a pine box 6 feet deep. Don't know what to say. Roddy Piper, I got 2 words for you. Thank you. Thank you for bringing the joy to us on our little television screens. Thank you for bringing the laughter and humor. And thank you for your contribution to professional wrestling to where it is today. If it had not been for without a hero, there wouldn't be a villain. Piper, you were that villain. Hulk Hogan was the hero. Back in the 80s, you were that villain. We want to say thank you, Roddy Piper. My condolences to his wife, his children, especially his oldest son, Colt. I know he's trying to get into the business, but if he does, hope he lives up to his father's legacy. Rest in peace, Roddy Piper. Thank you. That's all the time we have on this show. Remember, give me your memories of Roddy Piper by commenting on YouTube below. If you have a tweet from him, or or you met him in person, if you say anything cool to you. A lot of people say he's the sweetest man ever. He gives a lot of great advice, and that's really cool to hear. I appreciate it. Thank you. First Eric Lima, next Eric Lima, last Eric Lima. I'm all open to 10. Rest in peace, Hot Rod. We miss you, buddy. And just when we had all the answers, Hot Rod, you end up changing the questions. Rest in peace, sir.